Normalization and normal forms. The easiest way to find explanations for this stuff is to look up normalization on Wikipedia, and there are two links right here, and if you scroll down you'll find all the accepted explanations of what normal forms are. One of the important things to understand is that normal forms, the steps in the normalization process, are applied to a group of tables at the same time, not individual tables. These are descriptions of normal forms in the normalization process in the book I was talking about in the last movie. The book called Database Modeling from 0 to 60 in 4 seconds, which I'm giving VTC permission to use the information from. What you do is you successively apply first normal form, second normal form, third, BCNF, fourth, fifth. Well, you can apply these. As we saw earlier, a data warehouse can be different where it uses a fact dimensional structure of tables, preferably with a single layer, and it's called a star schema. But some data warehouses do use what are called third normal form table structures. Very similar to the stuff I showed you before. Now, the individual descriptions of each of these things and the application of them is rather complicated. The language used in the definitions for these different normal form layers, or their application thereof, is mathematical, generic, and quite difficult to understand if you don't really understand the practical applications behind it. So if you read this, let's take first normal form. Eliminate repeating elements or groups of elements within a table where each row in the table relies on a primary key. What does that mean? Let's show you a very quick example also in this book. And here is that simple example. This is a first normal form transform or first normal form transformation. In other words, first normal form has been applied to the sales table on the left to produce the sales order and sales or sale order item tables. How and why? As you can see here, you have the sales order that contains the date of the order, the name of the customer, the address of the customer, the phone number, the total price of the order, the sales tax applied to the order as a whole, and the total amount, which is basically price plus sales tax. This applies to the entire order. In here we have lines on the order. In other words, a customer can order different things. So we have a unit price for each thing he's ordered. We have the quantity of each thing he's ordered and the description. So basically the details are divided up as a one-to-many relationship between the header information on the order and the detailed items that the customer ordered on the sales order. He ordered 5 different things, for example, so you ended up with the information for the customer and the date and all the information that applies to the header, and then the 5 different items. We don't want to take all of these 5 different items and duplicate the customer name, the customer address, the customer phone, and so on and so forth for every single item. So we break it up into 2 different tables, we relate them, and we put the stock number and the order number as the primary key on the subset child many-sided relationship table. That's first normal form. So what we've actually done is we've eliminated the repeating sales order lines from the sales order. This topic will be continued in the next movie.